Hey guys, welcome back. You know what it is, Leo Potts. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today's episode is going to be of a new product. It's an aquarium pump battery backup. So this is basically a battery backup that's going to operate our pumps and wave makers when the power goes out in case of a power outage to help our corals and fish survive. So today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing this battery backup, and I'm going to be showing you how to, what comes inside the box as well as how to set it up. So stay tuned and let's open the box and let's see what's inside. I ordered this battery backup from fishstreet.com. I'll leave the link down below in the description so you can check that out. That's fishstreet.com. Definitely check them out. I picked up a couple of their wave makers before in their past, and they're working fantastic, as well as their skimmers and pumps. So definitely check out the website and see what other products they have there that might suit you. So inside the box here, we got the unit of the battery backup right there, this white little unit that I'm taking out of the plastic. You can see I'm picking it up right now. It feels, has some good weight to it. Here's the fuse. We got the input and output 1 and output 2. We'll look further detail in that later on in the video. But other than that, looks like it's pretty well built. Looks like it's pretty sturdy. And what we have next here is the DC plug that's going to be plugging into the wall. It's basically the inlet for the that's going to charge up our battery. And what else here we have in the package is a few extra cables. These cables are basically the other cables that we're going to be needing to hook up to the wave makers or pumps, depending on if you want to use one pump or two pumps. This battery can operate either one pump or two pumps, depending on what you want to do. So what we're going to do here first, it states on the website that you should basically charge this battery for 24 hours. So we're going to charge this battery for 24 hours, but first, before we do that, we're just going to test it out and making sure that it does work and the controllers do turn on. So you can see here that I have the output number 1. Basically that output number 1 goes to one of our pumps. There's two options there for output number 1 and output number 2. So right now we're going to connect output number 1, which is going to be going to this controller right here for the WP-40. So I'm going to use this battery backup here to operate my WP-40 if the power goes out. And along with that, you can see that the cable, it branches off to 2. You can operate another wave maker as well. So you can see here that I'm connecting the other controller to the other WP-40 that's in my 125 gallon tank, and both of the controllers are on, saying that it does have power. This other little fitting right here, it's another little connection adapter that's going to basically allow you to put it on the end of the cable that's installed or that comes included in the box, and which will allow you to connect to your MP40s and MP10s and basically the Vortech Ecotech Marine wave makers as well. So that's another great option feature that they've included in this package, is the adapter to be able to connect not to only Jebel pumps but to as well as the Vortech Ecotech Marine wave makers. So next, what I'm going to be showing here is that the battery backup allows you to connect to various controllers, from the older style WP-40s to the new RW-15s, RW-40s, those model pumps as well, and as well as those controllers. And as well, you're going to be able to see here that if you own a DC pump, one of the DC pumps, the 600 or 800 or the 1200 DC pumps, it's also going to allow you to power the return pumps along with the wave makers. So you can pick and choose what you want to do and how you want to route this bad boy, and what equipment you want it to be battery backup when the power shuts off on your system. So just read the instructions that are included in your package there, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure out on how to hook it up onto the way that you would like to hook it up. As well as the option here that's included in the battery backup is that it allows you to connect two batteries together to have a longer period battery backup time. So basically, if you purchase two battery backups, you're going to be able to connect them both together, so you'll be able to have a longer period of time of battery backup usage, so when the power goes off. So what I've done here is I just plugged in the battery backup into the wall for approximately 24 hours. I'm just going to let it charge for 24 hours, and I noticed within an hour later that the green light here, the LED light indicator showing that the battery is already charged. But since it says that we should leave it for 24 hours to charge, we're going to do that. So here we are the next day, 24 hours later. You can see that the battery is fully charged. The green light is on. It's been 24 hours. I'm just going to give it a nice feel here to see if it is warm anywhere, if it heated up or anything, you know, just to see over the 24-hour period charge if the unit warmed up. So next, let's get this bad boy installed on my system, 125-gallon system, and let's run a few tests on it to see how it works. So we're currently looking at my 125-gallon coral reef fish tank, and all the equipment that's running this tank right now is underneath normal operation that's plugged into the wall at 120 volts AC. So what we're going to do here to test out this battery backup is we're going to cut the power and mimic a power outage here on my reef tank. So we're going to keep the lights on so we can obviously see everything, and from there I'm going to turn off my Jebbo DC return pump, and I'm going to turn off the power as well to my wave makers and see if the battery backup turns on its own and see how it operates. So first doing that, let's turn off the DC return pump and let's get a better feel for these waves when the tank is shut off and the return pump is not running the system, so we can have a better look at the waves and how powerful these wave makers are. Okay, now you're looking at the tank under operation with the return pump turned off. The return pump that's running the main system from the sump back to the display tank is turned off, and we just have the wave makers on either end of the tank, the WP-40s on the left and right side of the tank. And what I'm trying to show here at the top of the tank, you can see that the waves that are occurring with the wave makers. So I want to show you the difference now when I turn off the power of these wave makers and the battery backup takes replace of the power. Okay, so now we're looking at the tank with the DC return pump still off, and we have both wave makers that both turned on when we shut off the power to the wave maker. So they're currently working right now underneath the operation of the battery backup that we just purchased, the new product. So you could see here the impeller of the wave maker, basically it's on here onto the right side, and it basically just continued to perform the same mode setting that I set it as when it was originally set it. So it's not like it changed to a lower mode or to a higher setting or whatnot. It stays into the same setting that you left it in. It just continuously turns on as if power never shut off. So this will basically now allow flow and oxygen in our tank, and basically still have some movement in our tank so our fish and coral can survive for a little bit longer if we were to experience a power outage. Okay, let's take a closer look at this Jebbo DC 1200 return pump. This submergible pump is currently in my sump and is running my 125-gallon coral reef fish tank. So basically what I wanted to show you is that this battery backup is not only going to allow us to plug into our wave makers, it's also going to allow us to plug it into this DC 1200 return pump, as well as other return pumps that are from 12 volts to 24 volts. So again, right now I'm going to basically run this test here, and I'm going to see that this Jebbo DC 1200 return pump is going to be able to run my system off this battery backup. So let's take a closer look from the front of the tank and let's see how the tank looks. Okay, well, looking from the front of the tank, you can see that the bubbles coming here from the return line from the pump that we were just looking at. It's shooting out some bubbles along with obviously some water. The water's getting filtered through the overflow box teeth and back through inside the sump. You can see that the power head there is off onto the left side of the tank, as well onto the right side of the tank. This power head is off right now too. So the battery backup is currently just running the return pump, the DC return pump in my sump that's filtering my tank through my sump filtration back inside my tank. So that's pretty good. I'm getting some water flow, I'm getting some filtration, and you know, other than that, there's not really much flow, I would say, in the tank. To me, so far, I prefer to operate this as a wave maker. It seems like I would get much more flow out of it, you know, as well. Even though it is filtering right now, you know, maybe I would try my next test to do one wave maker and one filter. So here we are, we're looking at the tank again. What I've done here differently, I just turned on this one wave maker here onto the right. I turned on this one wave maker to get some more flow in the tank, and you can see that towards the top of the tank we're getting a little bit more ripple effect there. And other than that, yeah, you can see the anemone there onto the right of the overflow box is moving around, so that's a good sign. So, you know, other than that, just from this one battery backup, we're operating my return pump as well as my wave maker. So guys, my tank is filtering right now and it has some minimal flow inside the tank, so that's fantastic, you know, for a reasonable price, guys. So check it out on fishstreet.com. I'm definitely impressed so far. It's a great price. It definitely works from various types of products. From our Jebel wave makers to our Ecotech Marine wave makers, and as well as our Jebel return pumps. Another great feature is that they offer to connect multiple battery backups to extend the life of the power of the equipment that you would like to run. If you're interested to know the time frame on how long each equipment will be able to run, I would recommend to check out the website at fishstreet.com, and when you look at the battery backup section there to purchase the product, they will be able to show you the few tests that they ran on each equipment and how long it ran for and for what setting. So definitely check that out if you want to find a little bit more information on how long each and one of the equipment will be able to run for approximately. Well guys, that looks like a wrap for the review of the battery backup. Thanks very much for watching. Leo Pozzo, you know what it is. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you have subscribed already, thank you very much. Please feel free, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, share on the social media, guys. Leo Pozzo, guys. Till next time, thanks very much for watching.